Can clearly see from the picture on the screen. You can tell it is another Naruto What If coming to you, known as What If Naruto was full Uzumaki, and not if Deku was full Uzumaki, because somebody commented that down. I accidentally put in Deku. Sorry about that if you guys got confused by seeing that. But yes, it was essentially supposed to be a Naruto What If. But I don't remember what part it is. Guess I'm outside again. I just am every time, I guess. But we shall start appearing back at the Leaf Village with the conversation between all the Genin squad leaders and the third Okage. And they're all deciding whose Genin squad would come. That's whenever we would be introduced to my guy, introducing his new team, known. And yeah, everybody would be nominated and all that, but there would also be new faces there. With during the time between the Chunin exams, Naruto would focus on his Kenjutsu. His Kenjutsu will be trained by Zabuza in his sword styles. Even though Zabuza is more used to using his blade, the executioner blade, but I'm pretty sure he still used a normal blade before that, so he should have some skill in all the other ones. But he would at least teach Naruto how to use it. And during this training, he's also been told to use his chains in sync with his blades. To Instead of putting away his swords, then using his chains, he'll use them with the chains, where he has more barrages, of course. And to increase his stamina with his chains. And the more times he can shoot his elemental blade shots, pretty much. So, nothing would happen except swordsman training and physical training, which Naruto's stickers would be amped up by 3, which would weigh him down a lot more. So, he would still train and all that. He did have the encounter with Gaara, but it went differently. With whenever Kankuro grabs the honorable grandson of the third Okage, he, instead of him just saying it, Deku would have grabbed him. I forgot his name. I'm terrible with his name. Because he's barely been shown. The only time you see him was a couple times in Naruto and a couple times in Shippuden. But most of the time he's either a joke. And one other time is that he's shown to use the Rasengan. But yeah. Which is still pretty impressive for a Genin, but Naruto did it. It's like The Simpsons did it. You guys. Oh, whatever. But it would have just went the same. But Gaara being interested in Naruto. But we'll just cut straight into the not Jonin, but Chunin exams. Starting off with them being told what floor to go for the first test. They would seemingly go to the 3rd floor, which they're instructed to. But when they get there, there would be a crowd of people waiting, and they would be looking at it, with Naruto going through the crowd, with Sasuke and Sakura following him. They would come to it, with Sakura thinking in her head about the training exams, and how She's not sure she should be there, but she would have pulled down Sasuke's chance of becoming a Chunin if he didn't. So, but in the middle of this thinking, Sasuke walked forward, stating out loud that this is a genjutsu and all that. Didn't you notice that too, Sakura? And she would be hesitant, but she would say yes, of course. In fact, this is the second floor. And they would release the genjutsu, causing everybody to see this is the second floor, with the two Chunins coming out. And that Chunin would start a fight with Sasuke, which would be ended by Lee coming in the way between them, grabbing both of them with his hands and pushing them away. Eventually, Neji and Tete would come up, saying that they're supposed to hide their true skills. Lee, what are you thinking? He would say, but Neji, they're not supposed to fight until they're instructed to. They could have lost. Neji would say it would have been good if they did, since that would mean less competition, or at least you could sort of call them competition, more like ants in our way, which would make Naruto and Sasuke mad, with Sasuke thinking that about how the Hyugas always thought they were better than them, because there is a theory that the Sharingan is a weaker version of the Byakugan, but we know that the Sharingan has some cooler abilities. So, yeah. So, they would got mad, but Team 7 would leave, but while walking away, Lee would yell at Sasuke, and he'd say, Sasuke Uchiha, I challenge you to a duel, jumping off the balcony like a story high. And he would land, saying, I shall fight you in the only taijutsu match. Which, Sasuke would agree to, of course, but Lee and him would start with Sasuke dashing forward, turning on his Sharingan, and Lee would jump forward with his weights on. Lee would go for the kick, which Sasuke would have blocked with one hand, swinging over, going to kick Lee, which would scrape Lee's cheek, and Lee would jump back, thinking that I didn't think he would be this fast. But of course he is a prodigy. But hard work and training will always go above that. With Naruto thinking that, was Sasuke always that fast? I'm pretty sure I was always faster than him, right? He seemed to triple. No, this is 5 times the speed it used to be. He can even dodge that level of speed. First, Lee would go back, and he would unwrap some bandages, and he would dash forward, saying Hidden Lotus, kicking him in the air, with Naruto thinking, he says out loud to Sakura, saying, can't be. The Hidden Lotus, isn't that one of the 8 gates of death techniques? With what she sees is Sasuke in the air, about to get wrapped, but it'll be interrupted by Guy or a turtle, which Lee would call Sensei, bowing down to him. Of course, Naruto would be thinking that Sensei's a turtle, but of course, Guy would pop out, saying Lee! And Lee would say, "My guy sensei," and Guy would have punched Lee, saying, "What were you thinking, Lee? You're not supposed to get in a fight until the exams." But Guy sensei, oh Lee, they run towards each other and hug, saying, "The power of youth." But yeah, so this is whenever it would end with Sakura asking after this whole thing, and Sasuke gets up and walks with them. "How do you know that technique?" Naruto would explain that they're one of the 8 inner gates. He used the first gate, the gate of opening, which will double the strength that you had by unlocking the rest of your potential in your muscles. There is 7 other gates that do even more than just unlocking your muscles' full capacity. They can enhance chakra to an ungodly level, and whenever you go to the 8th gate, it could say that you can be stronger than a Hokage. So, yeah, but what comes with that is great cost, saying even using the first gate with a novice that has not been trained properly could result in broken bones or muscle strain. But judging by how he reacted afterwards, he's no novice at using it or not has been trained very well. He must only be able to use taijutsu since he didn't use any ninjutsu and all that. If he did have ninjutsu, he would be extremely strong. So yeah. But if anybody can use ninjutsu with the inner gates, with the massive chakra flow, either you can revert it to your ninjutsu, or you can revert it into your taijutsu by increasing your strength with it. But that's practically all you can do with it. With Sakura saying that we're here now, and they would open the door, which would open into a room full of people, the Rookie 9 and Guy's team, and a whole bunch of people from other villages staring at them who seem way older than them. So they would be there, and the Rookie 9 would start talking. After talking a while, Kabuto would come over, introducing himself to Team 7, and talking over and asking if they want any information. With Sasuke saying, "I want Neji's Hyugas and Gaara of the Sands." With him saying, "Oh, that's no fun. You know their names. You could at least just gave me a description. This is too easy." He would take out these blank cards, which they would see, and he would put his finger on it and start spinning it with chakra, and it would stop revealing stats for Neji Hyuga. It would show ninjutsu, added 2, I would say, which I'm going to go from 5 to 1 scaling. Taijutsu, a 5 scaling for a, Genin, but not like a Junin level. It's not based after. Speed, 3. Strength, it would be a 3 also. Average. Technique would be a straight 5 also. And missions they went on, I would say they would go on 1 A rank, or what was it? I think it was a couple B ranks, C ranks, and 1 A rank. Then they would pull up Gaara's stats. And this one's even weirder since it has a mystery and everything else. Hello there, GSP. has everything blanked off except defense, I would say that. And had a description saying every mission, even the S-rank mission, he came back with no wounds at all. No further information except the missions: 1 S ranked, 10 A ranks, 30 B ranks, and I'd say 5 C ranks and 0 D ranks. So yeah, that would be Gaara's mission count, and that's where the information would end, with him, with Sasuke saying that's it. He would say yes. There's barely any information on him, even in the official guidebook, and even anything I got from the sand. That's it. That's all we have on him. He has interesting stats, and that description of not having 1 wound, and his defense being a complete 5. Really thinks that his jutsus are based after sand, of course, but he probably uses a high amount of defense, or his offense is just that strong. So yeah. But they would hear a bang with doors hitting a side of a wall, with the instructor coming out saying, "I am here for your first test. Now come in here and sit down." They would go in. He would explain the rules to them, explaining how there's no cheating, and if one of your teammates get caught, your whole team loses. You have to have this certain amount of points, blah 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 blah. And he would say start, with Naruto being nervous since Naruto isn't any smarter than he was. And he's thinking of cheating, but he doesn't know how, and all that. Eventually be towards the end, with Hinata being right next to him, and she would slide him like notes and all that, the answers, which you'd think, thank you, Hinata, and all that. But of course, Naruto would give one of those speeches to the instructor, which would let everybody else pass, and he would pass with 0 questions answered. So yeah. But whenever he announced the winners, this is when Anko would fly through the window with a banner appearing saying, "You pass! Now for the second exam," with the first instructor saying that you're always coming in too early. You should have just been a little later and it would have been perfect. They're saying again, but whatever, follow me to the forest of death, and see who will survive. Which this is the end part of whatever part this is. See you guys on the next video. Goodbye.